That's where the deadly flooding left behind throughout this weekend is still ongoing. Here's what we know right now. A new update: at least 93 people across 6 counties in Texas have been killed in the flooding, and that does include several girls from a summer camp in Kerr County. And more than 24 people, well, they are still unaccounted for at this hour. The death toll is expected to rise, as search efforts continue through this afternoon. In Texas, it's getting more rain as we speak. Fox Weather Meteorologist Haley Meier joins us now from Kerrville, Texas. Haley, this has been an ongoing situation. How do things look there on the ground through this afternoon?
Well, Kiana, it's really hard to put into perspective some of the flooding and how significant it was and how high that water rose. Right now, we're sitting right on the edge here. It's a pretty steep hill, and there's a little bit of damage kind of down this hill. A lot of this are big trees. Now, being from Texas, we see a lot of oak trees in this general area, and they're massive. And then knowing that the scope of the water was able to knock hundreds, if not thousands of these trees down does explain just how ferocious the waters were. They did rise 26 feet in about 45 minutes to an hour time overnight, around 4 or 5 o'clock into the morning here in the hill country of Texas. Kerrville, unfortunately, took on the worst of it. But you can see the Guadalupe River. It's somewhat calm for now, still a little bit swollen compared to what it would normally be looking at. Now, this side of the riverbank is seeing the worst of the damage. Now, back onto this end, seems as though the water didn't rise necessarily quite as high. So some of the homes and businesses were spared. But when you think about it, there's the river now, and then I'll show you quickly where the flood line is for this particular business. This is an auto repair shop. They said most of their stuff is fine, but they did have some motors, and that was their biggest concern there. I'm going to move through some of this material here. Hopefully we can get a little zoom in on this. But anyway, the water line, and I can even use my legs as a perspective, right about here. So it goes right up into my knee, and I'll walk a little bit closer to the camera so you guys can see it. When I say water line, it's right around into this general area throughout this entire shop. So right here onto my knee. And so you think about, okay, you've got about 1 foot to 1.5 foot worth of flood waters able to make it into this general area. Now, the other side of this as well, we were talking to the shop owner, and he said, hey, the hill country of Texas actually was undergoing a lot of drought. And I can speak to that. I was in Texas in April for Easter, celebrating with my family, and Lake Travis, Lake Austin was so bare. I've never seen it that low. So maybe the drought in the region could have helped out a little bit in terms of the water rise for some of these communities. But to say this is catastrophic is an understatement. This is something that hopefully happens once in a lifetime and will never happen again. The local officials are doing everything they can to help the cleanup efforts move quickly. President Trump is going to be coming into the area in a few days to help survey. We've seen military vehicles flying overhead. Search and rescue efforts are still underway. The hope is we'll still be able to find some of those missing people alive, but unfortunately, each and every hour that death count rises, Kiana, and that's the most concerning for me as a local Texan, and just from hearing some of the statistics out of this really horrific flash flood event across the hill country.
And Haley, really quickly, because you mentioned that you are a native Texan, specifically to this area, when you got there, when you stepped off of the plane, when you got to your location, how unrecognizable was this for you? Because I know if I were to go back to my hometown and it looked like this, that's earth-shattering.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Austin, Texas, which is about an hour and a half north of this area. I'd come down here a lot, though, with friends, family. I mean, this is the place that you vacation. It's the best spot in Texas, which unfortunately is why we had so many youth camps in this area. Some of the residents here estimate anywhere from 50 to close to 100 in the hill country region. The one thing here is the Guadalupe River is massive, but we do have a lot of larger trees, so it largely covers areas right along the river. So some of that damage initially is hidden, but once you get close to that river, where I have some of my best childhood memories, you then see the scope of the damage and all of the different knickknacks and pieces of furniture, people's homes. You can see stuffed animals, which could be from some of these local camps, and it's that human element that really hits hard in this time.
Absolutely. Listen, we're going to keep a close eye on things, all of the progress that's still to come in the days ahead with the flooding there. That's Fox Weather meteorologist and multimedia reporter there, Haley Meier. Thanks again for that update.